What's up?
What's up? We have gone.
Better than I deserve, but I think you knew that already. Partially. Why would you want to do something like that? Hey, I gotta update these screenshots for you. You keep changing sites so fast, I can't keep up. Hey Chuck, stand by. For some reason our audience says we cannot hear you. Let me check it. Sure, well your volume is there. Speak to me, Chuck. Say it again. Yeah, I'm not getting anything from you volume wise. Hang on. Well, you're on the same microphone, so everybody stand by. Well, I can hear you. It's the audience that can't hear you. I just have to wait until I figure out why the audio, which says is working, isn't working. Try it now. No. I don't know what's going on here. People out there, hang on, stand by, working on it, don't know why. You're not getting anything from Chuck and Lisa. We should be. I don't understand what's going on. Everything says grow. Not right now. Especially that word. I don't. Yeah. Sorry, folks. It's one of those. I don't know. Chuck. Try it. Try to go out and back in, and let's see if that resets it.
You got us now?
There you go. That was working.
All right. Can you hear me now?
They should be able to hear you now. Hello?
Can you hear me? Have we got sound now? Please tell me we do. All right. Yeah. Hi, everybody. I'm back. Let's see. Let me say hello to everybody before we do anything. Oh, so they didn't hear any of those places I am. It doesn't matter. You showed it on screen, right?
Yeah. That's what I said. They can't read.
For today. You guys read it. You guys know where I am. Sorry, you missed it today. You got technical. There it is. I think already says not loud, but he can hear us.
Yeah, well, hey, you know what? We can't see any of you guys. So there.
You can see us, though.
Yeah. Can you turn your microphone up a little bit?
Yeah, maybe that's it.
Well, I've got it maxed out. I think what I got to do is turn the air conditioner off.
Oh, maybe.
Be right back.
Turn it off, yeah. It was hot, but we can live. Pretend we're NASCAR drivers,
I can always do it bareback.
right?
Yeah.
We can pretend we're NASCAR drivers in that 130-degree car.
Oh God, could you
I
imagine?
could stand to lose a little weight.
Man, you
Oh.
lose 20 pounds in an
That
hour.
would be fine. I'd do 2 races.
Okay, can you hear us clearer now?
Oh yeah, that made a huge
That
difference.
was-
That's
okay,
crazy.
now we know what it was. It was the air conditioning.
Usually it doesn't do that. That's
No.
odd. Can you
It
hear
was.
me?
Oh yeah, you're.
No, you gotta do it like the kid on Willy Wonka. Can you
Yep.
hear me now?
Can you hear me now?
You're 5x5 now, brother.
All right, Lisa, where can we find you on the internet, real quick?
I already put all that up.
That's
Everybody
okay.
read it.
That's
If
alright.
they-
Just look for Louise.
If they can't read, they can't find you. By the way, Bullwinkle found me the other day,
Yeah.
Did he?
and he said he could read, so that's how he found me.
That's always helpful.
Yeah.
That is helpful to be able
You
to.
can really find me most places at Louise,
Yeah.
except for Reddit.
And exit 143 is her store.
I sold a bunch of
That's
stuff
like
today.
Assignment
Yay.
Connections. It's the site, and your website is.
Vintage Velma finds on Etsy. Was that Thunder Dirge?
Yeah, I told you we were having a
Wow.
massive thunderstorm here
And
today.
the thunder rolls.
So yeah, that's the other thing, folks. If the show disappears, it's possible that we lost our power. We've already had flickering light, so if it happens and we get power back, I'll try to get back on the air as soon as possible.
But
But
otherwise, what I'll do is if you get zapped, I'll let everybody know you got zapped because we'll know immediately on the wireless.
all right,
Far out. Well, we got some fun stuff.
Girls.
It's guys and girls. Guys and dolls. No, that's
No.
not appropriate, is it? No. So let's see. What are we doing? First of all, what's going on in the happy hour chat room over here?
Where is
What's
everybody
everybody
from?
drinking? What do you got? Think already.
Audra has
let's see.
Corona.
Audra, Jerry's here.
Bullwinkle's drinking scotch, or he found the
Bullwinkle's
scotch.
got scotch and a cigar, no doubt. That's awesome. We have a happy hour every
Did you
single
know
week.
that in North Carolina they're having distribution problems with the liquor, and so you know how the bars can't go to the liquor store and buy
Yeah.
the liquor because it's not allowed.
Right.
They're having problems getting stuff, and the guy goes, and I go over to across the street to the liquor store, and I see the stuff that I can't order.
That's crazy. Why?
Just distribution problems. But they won't relax
But the
it.
state's getting
The
it.
state's getting it, but they're taking it to the ABC store first.
Man, that's not right.
So yeah.
How to kill a bar in an instant?
Well, that's what he said. Somebody walked out because he didn't have the order that
Right.
he wanted.
That sucks.
well, go across the street and buy it.
Right.
Yeah, why not? Well, I can see why there might be a booze shortage, though. It has been a long year stuck at home for a lot of folks.
Yeah.
You know?
And also, stuff comes from other countries, and
Yeah,
just
and they've got distribution problems and everything else, too.
everything's taking longer.
I don't like it. Alrighty. Birthdays today. Alexander the Great. Very dead.
How great was he?
He was born in 356 BC and died in 324 BC.
I was gonna say, if
Weird.
he died in 324
It's
AD,
weird
he
to
would be
count it back.
really.
He was only
yeah.
32 when he died.
Yep.
That's amazing. Let's see. Who else?
Santana.
Natalie Wood, still dead. Santana, not dead.
74.
Diana Rigg.
She's dead, right?
No, she's still alive.
Are you sure?
Yeah, this is 1938.
Okay.
I don't think she's dead.
Okay.
I'd be disappointed if she is.
Well, she would too.
Yeah, yeah.
She wouldn't really know, would she?
Well, who knows? I don't know. None of us know.
Mostly, there's a whole bunch of people I've never heard of today that it's their birthday.
Yeah.
Oh, Billy Mays' birthday was today. He died in 2009. The guy that did all the commercials for OxyClean and all that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he died way too young.
I remember that guy. He was pretty
Yeah.
funny. He was a good guy.
And honestly, none of these other people I really know.
Well, then don't talk about it.
I'm not gonna.
Okay.
Oh, Dwayne Wayans, one of the Wayans brothers.
Yeah, they're pretty funny.
Yeah, they're pretty good. Alrighty, moving along. I'm going to start talking. In this show, we don't talk politics here. We just do things that are fun, interesting, different stories you aren't going to hear on the news all the time. For instance, did you know a missing dog was found inside a wall?
I do. You know why I know? Because I
Why?
sent that to
I
you.
know.
And it was in North Carolina, right? Or was it? Or was it not?
That one was in Ohio.
Oh, it was from the North Carolina
Yep.
newspaper. Sorry.
A dog was missing for 5 days.
Dog looks like cotton.
Fire crews were called to an Ohio home that found that a dog had fallen into a crevice and was trapped between two concrete walls. That's no fun. They couldn't lift the dog out from the top, so they broke the wall open with a sledgehammer.
I bet that freaked the dog out.
Well, she's a lot less freaked out than me. It's stuck
She-
behind a
In
wall.
the picture, doesn't that dog look like cotton?
Yeah, she does. It looks like it looks like a mix. It's a very pretty little dog. How does a dog get between two walls? Did it have to go on the
There was a
roof to get
hole.
in?
There was a hole somewhere. We had a kitten that fell into a heating vent
Really?
one time. Yeah, because there was just a little, like one piece missing of
Yeah.
the grate, and it was so little it fell in.
Did it start crawling the wrong direction?
It wasn't a very long heating vent,
Mm-hmm.
so I don't know what happened, but we got it out. I think we disconnected the other end.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's cool.
Hey,
We love
I'll
our
find a
pets.
concrete wall too. It's a
There
fire. It's a firewall.
There must have been a hole somewhere.
Well, the top, I believe, of the firewalls is, it's open.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Oh yeah. Bullwinkle gives us some excellent news. He actually got a notification for our show today.
Woo!
Woo-woo!
Maybe we'll get one someday.
I don't know what's up with them.
I think they're mad at us because we won't buy YouTube TV or something.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. I never get one for this show. I get one for our show, Chuck, but never.
Yeah?
for
I don't
this show.
get them anymore.
Huh. Let's see. So we love our pups. We always talk about dogs and stuff on this show.
Yeah.
Anybody who doesn't like their animals or
Ding.
pets,
That shouldn't have them.
they shouldn't have them. Alrighty. A South Carolina mechanic doing some really cool things. People are donating cars to him. He's fixing them up and giving them to poor people who need them.
That's pretty cool.
He has done 800 of them so far.
That's got to have been over the course of a few years, right?
Well, it says on CBS on Thursday, they said that nearly 800 used cars are on the way to his place where he fixes and then donates them to people in need.
Oh, wow.
That's amazing. That's a
Well,
lot of cars.
how does he make a living?
I don't know. Maybe you won the lottery.
Maybe he's independently wealthy.
Well, maybe.
Maybe the guy from Amazon gave him money, like he gave those other two guys money today.
It's an awesome story because he says there's no public transportation, there's no Ubers, no taxis.
Where is it in South Carolina, does it say?
He's in the South Carolina Low Country, wherever that is. That would
The
be
Low
over near-
Country is like Charleston and stuff.
Oh, okay, very
Like,
good.
yeah.
He's near the shore, no doubt. That's a heck of a storm you got going on.
Yeah.
Sounds awesome.
Sounds like he's dropping bowling balls.
It sounds like he's doing background sound for our show.
No, it sounds like he's
Yeah.
dropping bowling balls.
Yeah, God just did the 7-10 split, so.
Yeah. He's good at that.
Oh, there you go, strike.
He hit it.
There
Yeah.
you go. So, this fella is doing amazing things. His foundation is called, I just saw it, the Vice President, that's another part of it. His sister has been helping organize the massive response to his generous donations. Oh, here's how he's doing it, which include over $100,000 in cash donations.
Oh, okay. Well, that's still not enough to fix 800 cars.
No, but I mean, it gives him enough to live and all that.
Yeah,
'cause it
but where
appears
does he
that
get
this
the
is what he's
parts
doing.
and stuff?
Well, he probably gets them donated too, I would bet.
Anyway, I'm not I'm just like being the devil's advocate here, you know.
So what happened is,
what happened was,
He's speaking. He says, when Dad died, I think my little sister took it hardest of all. She still does. I told her then, and I mean it now, sis, I got you. So he talks about how his dad and mom kept him really, down to earth and all that. And it's just a wonderful story. So if you guys have any urge to donate to somebody, this is a good cause. Middleton's Village to Village Foundation. Okay? If you have an old car somewhere around the South Carolina, North Carolina area, I think.
Or Georgia.
Or Georgia. Right, that is true, because he's closer to Georgia than he is North Carolina. Please donate to this fellow. He does great work. It's amazing. 800 cars around.
Well, maybe some of them were just a little bit broken.
Well, yeah, most of them don't need a lot. It's amazing how few cars that people ditch because they.
It's not running. Damn it!
Right.
I'm getting rid of it.
Running. Exactly. They get rid of it, and it's a perfectly good
It's
old
dirty.
car. It just needs. I once actually traded the
I
car
know.
because the ashtray was
I
full.
remember you
I
said
hated that car.
I remember you said that. For those of you who don't know, Chuck used to be a used car salesman.
No, I used to be a new
truck salesman, but I like to call him a used car salesman because it sounds
me.
it sounds more fun.
Chuck used to be a vulture.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's funny. I worked with the Vultures, and the Vultures would make one big hit per month, and that would be about their month. Whereas the guys like me and everybody and the other guys that I worked with who did it the right way, not scalping people and counting on repeat referral business, we made a career out of it. The Vultures, they don't last long because people are onto them right away and they're like, nah, stay away from that guy.
You know what? I don't like any car salesman whatsoever, period.
Yeah.
Except for maybe you, but you don't sell cars anymore.
No, even when I did, though, you would have liked me.
Nah.
Still the same dude. And this is how
You tried to do the car salesman pitch on me.
Which one?
When you're the whole thing.
For which car?
Not for which car, to get married to you and stuff.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's making stuff up.
Nuh-uh.
Oh, so we had a car dealership that was in our area for like 1,000 years, and the main office sat up on a hill, was maybe 10 feet above the parking lot.
Yeah.
And the salesman used to stand out on the sidewalk outside the office. And so they'd be standing up there around the edge of the building. It just looked like vultures waiting for the prey to die,
Yep.
And that's why we call them vultures.
Yeah,
They were just sitting up on top of the hill, just waiting for prey to come.
Oh,
Then they swoop down on them.
Oh yeah, they're all, yeah.
Very true, very true. Yeah, I hate salesmen like that. They're the ones that give it a bad name.
Not the Mustang, because you bought that, but the last time I bought a car, they offered me a job.
Yeah.
I remember that?
Yeah.
They're like, you're funny. You should work here. I was like, nah, I'd rather stab myself in the eyeball.
You'd be a good salesman, though, because you're not pushing.
Oh, yeah, I know. I need to send you, when I took the job I had before now, the one with the evil man, he made me do a test.
Yeah.
And he didn't show me the results, but I found them and I copied them and I still have them.
Yeah.
And it says I would be a good salesman.
You would be an excellent one because you're not pushy.
Salesperson.
That's a key to it. It's not being over the top pushy.
And I wouldn't make people buy cars they couldn't afford.
Hey, Bullwinkle, I love to make salesmen cry. The worst nightmare of a car salesman is a really good car salesman coming to buy something from them because they know they might as well drop their trousers right now because they aren't getting my money. We got Lisa's Mustang convertible. They were asking $20,000 for it. Book on it was $17,500, and I said, "Give me one price. I'm a former car guy, and I'll either buy it or I'll walk." He dropped it $5,000.
Yep, he did.
Oh, that was
because I was like, oh yeah. He was like, oh, if I get this car for this price, then we're getting. I'm like, yeah, sure.
And then they did.
And then they did.
So there. So there are good car smellsmen.
They smell.
Some
car
of them
salesmen smell.
Some of them do.
They smell like cigarettes.
Some of them do.
Mostly.
Yep. Alrighty. So we just got through talking about a dude who fixes cars. Next, I want to talk about a set of police officers.
Is it a matching set?
Well, they don't exactly match. Seguin. Where's Seguin? Texas, I think that is.
How do you spell that?
Seguin. It is.
Hey, we have a guy at work with that last name.
Oh yeah, Seguin.
Yeah. Seguin is what he says.
Oh, okay. Or whichever way you want it.
Yeah.
Anyway, Seguin police officer Dustin Kincaid recently visited a home after the police department received a call asking for officers to check on the woman. When he arrived, he talked to the woman and listened to her troubles. She said, he said, I was just talking to her for a bit. She told me her fridge went out and she's on fixed income and she didn't know how she would get it fixed or get a new one or afford to buy food. So it was one of those. So what the officers did is they put their money together and they not only bought her a fridge, but they also bought her enough for a bunch of groceries.
Aww. That's nice.
I love happy stories.
Yeah.
And she's a really old lady, man. She's sitting in a wheelchair and she's got her oxygen and all that. So she's definitely in need.
Well, that's cool.
I love stories like that.
Did you say? Oh, in Texas. That's right.
Yep, Texas.
Look, I was listening to you.
Oh my God!
I know, right?
Dershie, breaking news. Lisa actually listened to what I said.
Sorry I comment, but I just fainted and fell to the floor.
I know what you mean, man. That never happens. Whoa! Bullwinkle likes to make salesmen cry. Let's see. What
That's
is
fun, isn't it?
I already said. Ooh. Think already says he's almost got his wife convinced to let him get the new Ford hybrid truck. They're calling it the Maverick. Really?
Yeah, because they're out of
Maverick's a pickup truck?
They're out of well, yeah, it's the Mustang's an SUV, so.
Why not call it the Galaxy?
Because they're out of names. They're stupid.
They used to have a Galaxy, so
they
can't
should
use
just call
that
it the Ford.
I think the Galaxy would have been a better name.
How about
for
that?
it.
Ford?
Well, they had a Galaxy.
Yeah.
You reuse the name, dude.
You're reusing Maverick.
But when they're using Mustang for the wrong vehicle.
Right. What the hell do you name an SUV, an electric SUV, a Mustang?
It's not a Mustang.
On what planet is that true?
Planet Ford.
Whoa!
Ooh, boy, they like that comment. Boom. Audra is absolutely right. Our seniors need help.
That would include you and me, Chuck.
We need all the help we can get to.
Yep.
But, mental services are not available at this time.
No, they're very overwhelmed, actually.
Yep, that's his business.
I felt bad because some woman was calling yesterday to see if anybody in our office took Medicare because her parents need help as a couple. But nobody does. I mean, some do, but they're all full.
Right.
It's not like we don't at all.
Right. That's tough.
It is.
Well, there's a shortage in people in your field, and there's going to need to be a lot more people in your field.
The shortage is because the insurance companies didn't used to pay, and then we've been over this, but
right.
So people don't want to go to med school and then not make any money, because that makes no sense.
That makes sense.
I mean, some people just want to do it because they want to do it, but they used to pay very little for psychiatric treatment, so it's going to take a while to catch up.
Well, that makes sense. Yeah, that's tough. I mean, this whole situation this past year has made it a little difficult for a lot of people that aren't used to being stuck at home.
Well,
without people.
The lovely part is that the insurance companies let us do telehealth, which they wouldn't before.
That is a good.
And they're paying at the same rate.
Yeah, who'd you tell?
I'm not allowed to tell anybody. There's HIPAA.
HIPAA. That's funny. HIPAA laws! You gotta love them. Alrighty, let's see. What do you want to talk about?
What do you got? What do you got? Can I tell my Walmart story?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I do not know when I became such a nice person, but I told somebody that I barely even know on Facebook that I would go to Walmart and pick up some pillows for her because I work really close to that Walmart. She lives kind of close to us, and that's about like 30 miles apart, and she didn't want to drive down there and come get them because it's too far.
Right.
So I go there, and I have the paper, and I'm like, scan the paper, and it says, okay, they're gonna come bring it out. And so I'm walking around, I got bored, I went and looked at the computer stuff, went to the bathroom, came back, nobody's there, scanned it again.
Right.
Okay, we're getting your order, on the screen. Standing there, somebody walks by, goes, is somebody helping you? I'm like, I really don't think so. Here's my order. So she goes in the back, comes out with these 4 fugly ass pillows that are not even close to what the lady ordered. I'm like, I don't, because there was a picture on the paper.
Right.
I don't think these are the pillows that she wants. The person, I'm not even sure if it was a man or a woman, it doesn't matter. I said, well, I already checked you out. I already checked them out of the computer. So she's going to have to bring them back another day and get a refund. I'm like,
that's ridiculous.
and I couldn't do anything because I'm just a third party picking the pillows up. Like, I don't really know this person. I don't have her credit card information, anything. I just know her a little bit from an online group that we're in.
Right.
I was trying to be nice. So I go up front. I send her a text. I said, you didn't want these kind just in case they were out of the other ones, right? She was like, oh no, I did not order those pillows. So when you have to show the person at the front your receipt, she's like, how are you doing? I said, well, I was trying to be nice, but I got these wrong pillows. And she goes, oh, what happened? And she happened to work in the part in the back where they give out this pickup stuff. She said, that's not even right. I don't know why that person told you that.
Right.
She said, go over to the returns counter. She looked it up on her phone. She's like, the pillows are in aisle whatever, the ones you want. Sorry, there's a bug. Go take those back to that guy. He'll give you a gift card, and you can buy the new pillows that you really want with the gift card, and the person will be happy. Okay, so that was cool, except she told me the wrong aisle.
Oh, no.
She told me it was in aisle A12,
Yeah.
and it was in Y12, which is at the other end of the store. Because she's
not even close.
I know. A12 is where, okay, you know what A12 is in the particular Walmart I was at? Is the Mexican food.
Oh, boy.
There are no pillows there. Pillows are in the garden
However,
department.
after you eat all of it, it would be a good place to take a siesta.
They were garden department pillows. So I had to walk all the way across the store,
Oh, man.
get the other pillows, then check out. That took my whole lunch hour. So now I work at Walmart, apparently.
Well, you're very nice and helpful.
Well, no good deed goes unpunished.
I know,
Lisa.
right?
Oh, God, isn't
But
that
she's
the
got her
truth?
pillows, so there's that.
Very excellent.
So I don't know if I'll ever do that again, but
Alrighty. Lisa, you sent me this one about the guy with the lottery ticket, right?
yes, I did.
Yes, you did. North Carolina man wins $120,000 lottery prize after nearly tossing the winning ticket out his truck window. Isn't that littering anyway if he had tossed it out?
Yeah, they should fine him for potential littering.
Good. He tossed out his truck window.
His truck window.
His truck window, yeah. But in reality, I think they fluffed up the story a little bit because he said he was about to throw the ticket away. He said he had it laying on the seat of his truck the other day, and he thought, "Well, I better check it. I feel lucky today." If you got a
Why
lottery
would
ticket,
you
and
not
don't
check it?
I don't know.
Yeah, I have a hard time swallowing that story.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yep.
Bullwinkle, I didn't buy up something for somebody because I was trying to be nice.
And that'll teach you a lesson.
So anyway, this made his day, and he went out and bought a Cadillac.
Hi, Daryl. You bought a Cadillac?
He bought a Cadillac.
Is it a Cadillac or is it just something named Cadillac that's really like a truck?
Oh, let's not get more confusing. It's bad enough out there right now. I don't know which day is what and what name is where.
I know. Uh-oh, I'm fuzzy.
Daryl's here. Welcome, Daryl.
Here, let me do that.
Daryl in the house.
Hey, you guys, give us a thumbs up if you haven't already, please. And also, if you're not already subscribed to the show, please join us. We love to have you.
For some reason, I turned red. Sorry, guys.
You turned red?
Oh, I'm back to normal.
Maybe he's getting one of those Cadillacs that's actually a Corvette.
Oh, I saw that. Dershey's backing up again.
Lightning hit him.
Uh-oh.
What are you doing, Dersh?
Nothing.
That sounds like a kid who just got his hand caught in the cookie jar.
Nothing that you know of.
Nothing, Mom.
Hey, you know what?
Funny.
You guys need to talk to each other for a second, because guess what? I drank a gallon of water today, and I'll be right back.
Why would you drink a gallon of water?
Because I need to. I'll be right back.
Okay.
You talk to each other. Talk about NASCAR.
I love how she leaves without warning the producer that doesn't have a shot ready.
Lisa's a trip. She just does what she does. You know, she's just here and then she's gone.
It's like, wait a minute, the shot's not ready. Whoop, there goes Lisa. Disappearing act.
That's funny. Alright, Bullwinkle says he likes cats and dogs better than people, than most people. Can't disagree with that.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
Let's see. Think already. Somebody said that. Bullwinkle was in the medical field and said that oxygen generators are better than oxygen tanks. I think that was him that said that.
Yeah.
Yep. This I saw it.
Yeah, and I agree. I have an oxygen generator.
Do you?
Yeah, it's quite nice. I have to admit. Get high on O2.
It was not the beer fridge, you guys. It was the wee chat room, and it was boring, so I came back.
The beer fridge is right there.
Yep. But unfortunately,
4 feet.
The John, or whatever you want to call it, the turlet, does not work in. Well, it's not set up.
No,
we don't use that.
No, we never set it up in this little tray.
We don't use that, so we have to go inside. But I'm back.
Yep.
And I heard you talking about me too. So there.
It was all good. It was all good.
Yeah. So now what?
Alrighty. Next story. A paralyzed mom-to-be beats the odds and walks down the aisle at her wedding.
Nice.
Indiana woman told she'd never walk again after a devastating accident. Walked down the aisle with her father at her side with a walker. And she actually walked on her own.
Nice.
It was awesome. Yeah, the cool thing about it is they also told her she would never have children.
Yeah?
And she is now 4 months pregnant.
Whoopsie.
No, that's a good thing.
Well, I know.
So she's just got everything going on. I love good stories like that.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yep. Good. Apparently she had some other kids prior to that, but they told her she couldn't have any more after that. But apparently they were wrong.
Well, they don't know everything.
They were wrong. Don't tell that lady's ovaries what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
Right?
Yippers.
I told you about my friend who's
So her name was Brittany Bedwell.
She was on she had a couple kids. She was on birth control. Mm-hmm. Or maybe she had 3. I don't even know. She had some kids. She was on birth control. She had another one. So then she got her tubes tied. So then she had twins. So, like, those babies were going to be born no matter what, apparently.
Yeah, they were coming.
That's not supposed to work that way.
I know, right?
Huh. So that's kind of neat. Alright, what are we doing?
We are not talking, so talk. Say something.
Okay, well, I can talk. You talk. I do most of the talking, as you know.
Yes, I do know. Shut up, Chuck.
Everything's normal.
Apparently it doesn't work, Lisa.
You are correct, sir. And then he gets upset. He's like, I'm just trying to have a conversation with my lovely wife. You don't want to talk to me. I'm like, you've been talking for the past 4 hours. Maybe you should stop.
I do that sometimes. I know that may surprise you guys, but I can be rather talkative at times.
No.
Not really.
No.
Yeah. Based on the 500 tweets you used to see online, I think you find it believable.
Yeah. Oh, wait, don't talk to me. I'm tweeting. Wait, what?
You can talk. I gotta finish doing
You can talk to me, but I can't talk to you. Got it.
Well, those days were 2.5 years old.
I know.
Next story. This is actually a tale of two stories within one. A fellow by the name of Rodney Smith Jr., who lives in Huntsville, Alabama. For the last 15 years, he's been doing free lawnmowers for anybody that needs one and can't afford it. So, he, in total, has mowed more than 70,000 lawns at no charge. He's created a foundation that'll do this for them. They mow lawns for the elderly, disabled, single parents, and veterans. Now, the second part of the story is that he's from Bermuda. He doesn't have a green card, and folks are trying to help him to get to stay because all he does is help folks. He was denied by U.S. citizenship and immigration, but he says the community is helping him fight to keep him there. He recently graduated with a master's degree in social work, and that's all he wants to do is help people, and
Cool.
If he doesn't get a green card, he's going home, and I guess he'll have to mow Bermuda grass.
Ha ha. Yeah. Do they really have Bermuda grass in Bermuda?
Yeah, that's where it came from.
No, maybe not.
Nope, I made that up. So anyway, if you want to help this fella, I will give you an address. It's P.O. Box 2182, Madison, Alabama, 35758. Oh, and by the way, Congressman Mo Brooks is in on this, and he's trying to help this cause.
Cool.
Hirsch. Very good. So, I think that's a good one. Alrighty, we got one more story, then we'll talk about
Tell us a story, Uncle Chuck.
Stuff. How pissed would you be if you had just gotten a engagement ring and the diamond fell out in an airport?
Mine fell out in a Domino's.
Did you ever find it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was the only one there.
When you lose it at an airport, you generally figure you're never going to find it again because of the size of the place.
Pretty much.
So a guy named Amir Durrani and his wife were flying off to their honeymoon in Guam. After they got through the TSA checkpoint, they went to get some coffee, and while they were at the coffee shop, she realized the diamond was missing from her ring. As you might imagine, she was crying hysterically. That would be a bummer. Yeah. It was a big diamond, too. I mean, it's like...
Did it only have 4 prongs by any chance?
Probably.
Because that's when they fall out.
Yeah, that's too easy. You lose one prong.
You gotta get 6.
It's gone. Yeah.
You gotta get 6.
Yep. So everybody looked for it, and about 5 hours after it was missing, the officer standing at his podium noticed a shiny reflection on the ground. So he went and checked to see what it was, and lo and behold, it was the diamond!
Woo!
It was on the floor between the metal detector and the x-ray machine.
Ah.
Not an easy place to find
Probably the first place they should have looked.
Probably. So,
cool.
So, they,
Yay.
when they landed...
They missed their plane?
When the Durranis landed in Guam, there was a text message and voicemail informing the TSA believed they had found the diamond. So our trip went from chaotic to a moment to peace in one moment, they said.
Nice.
And they thanked, of course, the folks that did that. See, nice people do exist, y'all. That's why we tell you these stories about nice people.
But I'm not picking up your crap at Walmart for you.
Well, you probably would.
No.
Because you're not... You say that, but you would.
Did you know? And she was like, are you from DoorDash or Uber? I'm like, wait, DoorDash and Uber pick up things from Walmart for
they'll
people?
do anything.
I guess so.
Yeah, they'll pick up anything.
That's pretty cool.
They'll pick up your mother-in-law.
Maybe.
Not mine. I mean, not yours. All right. So every week, if you watch our show, this is what we do. Dersh and I will talk about politics aplenty in the next show at 8:30, but we don't do that on this show. We have some fun. Just do something that not everybody's doing, because so many other people are just all talking about politics all the time.
Yeah.
Now. So we're different. So why not be different? All righty, guys. Guess what time it is?
What time is it?
It's racing time.
Cool.
Did you write an article this week?
I did not.
Why not? You're such a
because
good
I was
writer.
cleaning the carpet.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, I don't know. I should write an article about how they screwed up this week at New Hampshire. What do you think?
Talk about it. Tell us what you're thinking about it.
Well,
Then you can write it.
I didn't see the beginning of the race. You did.
Yeah.
I was at the store.
Well, the rain was just a cluster.
They called. It took too long, right?
Before the green flag dropped at New Hampshire this week for the race, it was already raining at the other side of the track. Every lap, it got worse and worse. I'm looking at the screen on lap 3 going, man, it's raining pretty hard. How long are they gonna do this? Lap 6, they kept doing the same thing. Lap 8, 3 cars spun in one corner, and 3/4 of Joe Gibbs Racing was affected right away.
Yeah, 3 of my drivers.
Yeah, 3 of your drivers.
Oh, he didn't get fined for hitting the pace car, though.
Good.
Hit the pace car. And of course, Kyle Busch was one of the ones that got wrecked, and he was the one that bumping the pace car. It's quite interesting. Let's see.
They were also angry that they called the race early.
Yes.
Right.
So they screwed it up on both ends.
Right.
Like the middle of the race was okay.
Right.
Both ends were just messed up.
Well, it really was dark. I mean, we were looking outside, and it was quite dark out.
There was
And
only
were
8 laps
eight
left.
laps to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, but 8 laps could have wrecked the field.
Well, that would have been fun to watch.
That's what happened in the first part of the race.
Couldn't have been any worse than it was already.
Right.
no.
They just finished the race.
New Hampshire really was as bad as it got for NASCAR. They really did screw the pooch.
They just needed somebody else to win.
Well, that was the good thing, though, is that we're getting a lot of new winners. Eric Almirola won his first race.
Almirola.
Almirola, sorry.
There's an L in there.
Well, I mean
Tell us what you think.
I don't know what to say, because I mean, earlier they did the same thing to get Chase's first win. You know,
they did.
Same thing, and it's almost like they're pulling for certain drivers and trying to punish other drivers. And
the last race he won was a rain delay race, or not a rain out or whatever.
Yeah. So NASCAR is now off for 2 weeks.
Yeah. Why?
Why?
Well, they need meetings to get it right.
Why? Because we like it? No, because of the Olympics. They've never. People say they've never done that before. But
So
NBC made them do it because of the Olympics.
that's ridiculous. NASCAR doesn't care about the Olympics. They got plenty of other channels they could be on.
No, they want all the channels. For
all the
Olympics.
channels. Yeah.
All the channels.
Yeah.
They use
all
I'll
the
watch reruns
channels.
of the races.
They use all the channels. CNBC, MSNBC.
Yeah.
All the NBCs are
Right.
All the peacocks.
broadcasting.
Are they using
What?
Peacock?
Yeah. Plus you're right. They're broadcasting some live online only.
Oh wow.
So some of the minor sports that nobody watches.
Yeah.
So what's everybody doing in
available.
the chat room? New Hampshire is a 1 mile track, just so you know.
Yeah.
Think already.
New Hampshire
It's
sucks.
almost flat, but it's just got a little tilt in the ends. It's almost there, but it needs to be a little bit more flat or a little bit more banked, one or the other.
None of the drivers like it.
No.
I don't.
And then,
That's the worst track in NASCAR
And
by
then they
far.
They also found out, like, only a couple days before the race that there would be no PJ1 on the track.
Right. Yeah, nobody knew that, so they had their cars set up differently. Right. I mean, NASCAR just really screwed the pooch.
Why do you think they did that with the PJ1? You think they just forgot to order it or something?
I don't know.
Why would they do that?
Well, New Hampshire's a track that's just a little bit too banked to be a flat track and a little not banked enough to be a bank track,
right.
You know? It's just stuck in that awkward thing. If they made it as flat as Martinsville, it'd be a great track. If they made it as banked as Dover or something like that.
Bristol.
Or Bristol.
Baby.
Or Bristol. That'd be a cool track. Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, now,
I don't see anything good at all about New Hampshire.
No.
The track is just blah. I mean, even the stands are just, they're pathetic, and infield is terrible. The road surface itself, there's nothing. And then you stack on top of it how badly NASCAR handled this entire thing, starting with the PJ1.
Yeah. Yeah, that was their worst week they've had, and NASCAR's none too thrilled about it, to be honest. You heard Junior and Kyle Petty talking about it. They were not impressed.
Yeah.
They were not impressed.
No.
But we got to talk about the biggest news probably this year in NASCAR. Brad Keselowski has officially announced that he will be a partner with Fenway Racing and an owner, and he's going to be taking over Jack Roush's ownership in the future. Huge news. Jack didn't look so good today. Jack Roush is the original owner of it, the Cat in the Hat, and he was looking very old today. He looked like he said if he can make it 5 seasons, he'll let Kez run 5 seasons before he takes over.
Well, what if he doesn't? Does he get the whole thing?
Him and Fenway. Fenway. It'll be Keselowski Fenway at that point.
Yeah.
The other huge part of this is that Ryan Newman is not in the 6, but Brad Keselowski is. But they did offer Newman a partial schedule there next year if he wants to stay with them.
But he said, I don't know, I'll think about it.
He says he's thinking about it, which to me means he's going on the farm, he's going to play with his tractors and spend his $50 million.
Maybe. Or not spend it, because he doesn't do anything.
Well, he sells meat, doesn't he?
I don't know, but he doesn't do anything. Like, go out, he fishes, I think.
Right, but I heard that he has a working farm.
Really?
Yeah, that they actually sell meat.
I don't know.
So, God knows he doesn't need the money. Lug nuts.
Where's lug nuts?
Loose lug nuts.
Oh, Denny, did you hear that one thing with the lug nut and it went up in the other thing? With the thing?
Denny didn't have the best of luck.
I
went behind the brake.
He even tweeted about that. He's like, I know, come on, right?
Things that never happen.
I feel bad because that's my fault. It's completely my fault. Yes, because I put him in my lineup. Chuck, I'm telling you seriously, this year I've had 6 races where I was first or second with 5 or less laps to go.
Yep.
And it's either a blown tire or a lug nut, dropped or something. And I've gone from first or second to 4th or 5th 6 times this year. And
that happens to me a lot too.
Then it was another one. It just it's making me crazy this year.
Lug nuts. Ryan Newman, Daniel Suarez, both had loose lug nuts. Both their crew chiefs get fined $10,000.
You know what? It'll be different next year. You know why?
One lug nut.
One lug nut.
If you have a loose lug nut next year, you're in big trouble.
Big trouble. Yeah. You won't have a wheel if you have a loose lug nut next year.
You're done.
You're going to be about 3-wheeler.
Put those wheels on real cars now?
And why? And why is there only one lug nut?
Because it tightens faster?
No, also because if there were 4, it would rip the new
the
rim or whatever, I think.
Yeah, they're using aluminum wheels next year. So if they had used the conventional one, the gun would have put the bolts right through the aluminum and they would have had big troubles.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot about this new car that I don't like.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest one. The pit crews can win or lose a race.
Absolutely.
And now we're going to be waiting on the gas to fill up more than you are, because they're going to be changed 4 tires and not have a full tank of gas.
Right.
And pit crews are not going to be anywhere near as important as they have been in the past.
Right. You're going to see 7-second pit stops.
Right. And and they're going to be done waiting for the last, gallon of gas to go into the tank before they
just like an
off.
Indy.
Yeah, it's going to be terrible. I mean, I understand the safety.
It's really not that bad in Indy, though, because, they have to wait to fill up the tank there anyway, because they have a slower fuel fill speed.
Right. But, that's what Indy's about, though. It's never been about, changing the tires as quickly as possible. That's not what Indy is. That's what NASCAR is. That's what it's always been about.
Very true. Very true. So a couple more things on Bradsky taking over with Fenway. He says he feels like an investor that's buying a stock that's about to go up. It's an amazing thing. I mean, Brad started out as a nobody sleeping on Junior's couch.
Right.
He got a ride with Junior. He won. He got another ride with a really low scoring team, and he won. Then he got over to Penske, and he not only won races, he won a championship.
Yes, he did. That was so funny.
But in between, while he was still an up-and-coming driver, he developed a very successful truck team on his own.
Yes, he did.
Keselowski Racing was a successful team, but he decided to let it go because his driving with Penske was more important.
And also because he got married, I think.
Oh, probably.
Because that's what Harvick did, too. He got rid of his...
Right.
Takes up a lot of time.
So now the kids are a little bit older, and he's going to be towards the end of his career. It's a big move for him. I mean, it's huge. He's an extremely well-spoken man. He's very involved in all things NASCAR already.
He's pretty smart.
Yep.
You know why?
Why?
It's Polish.
Of course. Of course. So let's see. What else we got? Yes, sir.
What was I want to go back to the new car for a second. I can't remember what I was going to say about it.
Yeah.
They're getting ready to release it pretty soon.
I was just
to the teams.
I was just about to say this week they will be getting the next gen car.
I remember what I was going to say and ask you guys. The direction NASCAR has been going over the last few years has really bothered me, and this is just another step, because NASCAR was founded on stock cars.
Yeah.
You go buy a car, and then you fix it, you work on it, and you juice it up to make it go as fast as it can go. And they seem to be going in the opposite direction.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, because this car is all the same.
They're all the same. Doesn't matter if you're a Toyota or a Chevy or Ford or whatever. It's the exact same car.
You just put your own stickers on it.
That's weird. That's like IROC, right?
Job.
Yeah, it's sort of like IROC.
Yeah, but we have an IROC already.
Speaking of that, let's take a couple minutes. We haven't even talked about Tony's SRX League.
Oh, that was fun.
That was one of the best races you're ever going to see.
And people are like, "Oh, it's rigged." It's not rigged. It's just made for fun. There's a difference.
Tony Stewart is fighting with Chase Elliott for the lead.
Yeah, Tony's not going to let him win. Tony's not going to let anybody win.
And the beginning of the race was just as cool because Bill Elliott and Chase Elliott were fighting each other for lap after lap.
Yep.
So the whole race was just fun. It's on Saturday night.
It's not on. That was it.
Oh, right.
That was it.
Oh, right. That's the end of this year of
Hopefully
the series.
they'll have another season.
I totally believe they'll do it again.
They did. They only did 6 races. It was like a summer thing.
It was so good.
Yeah. Tony.
It was just as fun as the old IROC races.
It was like random drivers. Some retired, some not retired.
Some up and coming, like
Elio.
Right.
Right.
And Haley Deegan, who's not even in Cup yet.
How come people can't say his name? He's won 4 Indies.
Helio?
Elio.
I always call him Helio.
Listen.
I know what it means.
Blaney said It's like you're spelling the word Leo. L-E-O. Elio. That's his name.
Yep.
Stop saying people's name wrong.
He's so fun, that guy.
Chook.
Oh, I've heard that one more than once. I've heard that before. Yeah, so next year, hopefully they'll be bringing back the SRX League, which was really
fun.
a lot of fun. Let's see, what are the guys talking about?
Hopefully they'll have a race in North Carolina and we could go to it.
They're talking about the Olympics. I used to like the Olympics. I don't anymore.
Well, I guess I mostly liked the Olympics when I was a little kid because my mother watched them, and so I had to.
Right.
And we didn't have another TV. That was back when we were walking to school in the snow both ways with no shoes and all that good stuff.
All that. Tara
yeah. Now is she still one of the announcers, I think?
Tara Lipinski?
Yeah, with that guy.
Yeah,
He dresses better than she does.
Yeah, exactly. Daryl said he left when she won the Olympics that time. Let's see.
Okay, I remember.
Synchronized Bullwinkle. Synchronized swimming is not a sport.
I remember.
I agree, but I don't know why it's in there, but it is.
Well, you know what? I'm not going to say that because my friend's daughter was on a team and they were really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's a lot of work, but it's a sport.
And they have tournaments. Well, you know what? Some people think NASCAR is a sport.
Oh, Audra, seeing you mentioned Indy, and it used to be very dangerous. And a guy named Dan Weldon was involved in making the new car that is so much safer. And the saddest thing about that is, just when they were getting ready to bring it in the next year, he got killed in a car wreck in the old car.
Yes, he did.
And the new car is infinitely safer than any Indy car ever has been. I've seen them hit the wall straight on at high speed, and the cars don't destroy anymore. They don't get their legs broken off.
I'd be so scared to be in an open wheel car, though.
It's dangerous.
Although I drive a convertible, what am I saying?
But like when we were talking about back with Ford and Ferrari on on that great race.
Oh, watch that movie, by the way.
Drivers had a lifetime of 1 year.
Yeah,
that was their average lifespan of drivers.
Watch that movie. It's a good movie.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Isn't that what it's called? Ford versus Ferrari?
Yeah.
Even if you don't like, well, you probably have to like cars, but even if you don't really like NASCAR or whatever, it's still a really good movie.
Yeah, I think it's a great story.
Yeah.
You don't have to know anything about cars or racing or anything.
But if you hate cars, you probably wouldn't want to watch it.
Yeah. Neutrino's here! And SoCal Mama's here. Woo-hoo! Sorry you caught us right at the end.
I don't know Euler's Law. Well, they never taught us that one. I don't think. Either that or they did and I forgot because I'm really old.
Dershey just posted the link to the Right Side of Politics, which will be happening in a half an hour. Please click on that, and we'll be with you shortly as soon as we get ourselves squared away for the next show. Lisa and I will be back next week at 7 p.m. as always.
Yeah.
We love you guys joining us.
Yeah.
Please join us earlier next time, SoCal Mama. We're sorry about Euler's Law, but we missed you. Sandy Kessler's here now. We really enjoy. Marion too. Good to see you guys. A lot of folks been watching but haven't been here.
Cool.
Please join us again next week at 7 o'clock. We have such a good time. I'm almost hesitant to hang up right now.
Don't hang up. You know why?
Why?
Shut up.
If I don't hang up, how can I shut up?
Well, you can talk to Dershey and see if he has anything to say to you.
Yeah, get on!
All right, you guys, we've been on an hour. We love doing this show with you, and we will be back next week at 7 o'clock again. Meanwhile, I'm sure Lisa's about ready for the wee chat
No,
room
I'm
again.
good. I had to go earlier.
Hey, you should have gone before.
I did. Drank a gallon of water today.
Why would you go before the show and make it easy on the producer? Come on now.
Absolutely.
Come on. That's no fun.
That's fun. Dershey has not got bad thunderstorms now. I don't hear anything going on behind him, so hopefully the next show will go on just as easily as this show. Please do subscribe and also give us a thumbs up before we end the show today, please.
Please.
We love you guys.
Thank you.
Everybody say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye, Chuck. Bye, Lisa.
you guys.
Bye,
yes, it
Josh.
is beer 30, Marion. Cheers.
Yep.
You guys have a great night. See you in 30 minutes.
Bye.
Bye bye.